What's up, everybody? It is Angelo from We Want Picks. I'm going to walk through my final bets for UFC Vegas 40. No Dan or Jacob right now. Jacob's flying home from California. Dan's flying home from Pennsylvania. But we will be together tonight with our hangout with Glover Teixeira. But for now, I'm going to walk through our bets for UFC Vegas 40. We had one fight drop at the weigh-ins. Julian Marquez out. Said non-COVID related health issue, which tells me he had a weight cut issue. And so he's out. And then obviously a few days ago, we had Lupita Godinez replace Sijara Eubanks. So I'm going to jump into my bets real quick. I'll walk you through every single one that I have. We have been up pretty solid money every week for the last couple of months, right? 2 units, 3 units every single week for about 6 months. Let's hope we can keep that train rolling. Eventually I'm going to lose, but so far so good. Haven't lost in 6-8 months, however long we've been doing this. So I'm going to walk through those bets, but before I do, go to wewantpicks.com/bets. We have 3 different promos to offer you. We have Bet Online. They have the best prop bets you're ever going to get for MMA, for UFC, and they do a 50% deposit match. And we have Bet US. They have the best parlay options, the most options total, and they do a 125% deposit match. And then we have sportsbetting.com or .ag, which is the exact same thing as Bet Online, but a different skin. So if you want to get yourself a second free money deposit match, you can do that there. Let's walk through my bets. So you see I have 2 on here for that canceled fight. So I'll touch those real quick. They're canceled, so they don't matter anymore. But I did want to leave them on here just to show you where I was going, what I was thinking there. So I had Jordan Wright at +205. Listen, I knew you watched my breakdown. I said Julian Marquez was probably the safer pick. He's got a head like a brick, but Jordan Wright's legit and super dangerous. So I put a half a unit at +205. I was going to give that a go, but that was canceled. And then I loved the over 1.5 rounds on that fight. I'm very annoyed that fight was canceled because I really loved the over 1.5 rounds. And I was going to get that at even money because I thought that was going to go about 2 rounds or more. I know everybody's basing it off Jordan Wright, kill or be killed in the first round, but I thought that would go a little longer, literally because of how tough Julian Marquez is. So those fights are gone. They don't matter. I have a money line on Norma Dumont at +108. I got it a little bit late. I was actually hoping the money was going to move in my favor. So you watch my breakdown. I like Norma Dumont here. I'm a big Aspen Ladd guy. She's unbelievably talented, but 2-year layoff, going up in weight, just missed weight. There's so many factors going on that I figured this is a great spot to grab Norma Dumont, who is very good. So I have her at +108. I was hoping to get her at like +150, but I missed the better odds. I guess smart money started to come in and move that line too. So I got her at +108. I still feel very strongly that Norma Dumont is going to win this fight. She is very, very good. Aspen Ladd's getting all the attention, but Norma Dumont is just sneakily racking up wins, beating people up, solid takedown defense, really good hands. Norma Dumont is doing really well behind the scenes. So I've got her at +108, money line, 1 full unit. I have Bruno Silva at -153. I don't normally like going that far into the odds, meaning I don't like -150s. -130, -140 is probably the farthest I usually go, but I'm very confident in Bruno Silva's ability to get this done. He has power in his hands, and he uses that both in striking and grappling. So he's a ground and pound guy. He will take you down, savagely beat your face in, but he also can knock you out on his feet. So Bruno Silva, I'm very confident he'll win. Honestly, I think he should be like a 2.5 to 1 favorite instead of a 1.5 to 1 favorite. So that's why I grabbed it at -153. And frankly, there's not a lot of betting spots on this card. So part of it was me like, yeah, I need to do something, which is the wrong mindset to have. If you're not comfortable with a bet, don't do it. Don't force it. But I do think Bruno Silva will get that done. And then finally, I have Jim Miller wins inside the distance at +150. That is riskier than I normally do. So I opened this saying that I'm up 2 to 3 units every single week for the last 8 months or so. And I know there's probably other people out there that, will lose a few weeks and then be up 10 units and lose a few weeks. And honestly, that's Jacob. Jacob will lose a bunch and then all of a sudden hit a +1,300, be up a ton of money, lose a bunch. I'm slow and steady wins the race. I'll take a few units every single weekend. I will pick my spots. I will pick them precisely. Jim Miller wins inside the distance. I'm pretty confident in that, but that's not normally a bet. How many times have you guys seen me do a so-and-so wins inside the distance clean like this. I don't normally do that. But plus 150, I only put a half a unit on it. Styles make fights. His opponent has power, but he has these like weird long kicks, stupid long jab. I think Jim Miller's just going to get in his face, take him down, beat him up down there, and hopefully submit him. I didn't do a round. I honestly probably would have gotten much better odds if I did Jim Miller wins by submission in the first, in the second, in the third. But he could win by TKO, right? He could win by elbow in the face. So I'd rather go for the plus 150 instead of the plus 350, but have to bet 3 different lines to do that, and potentially 6, because there could be an elbow in the face instead of a submission. And we just saw that 2 weeks ago. I did a wins inside the distance bet, and it ended up being a submission instead of a TKO, and the whole world was betting TKO. And I just, slow and steady wins the race, guys. wewantpicks.com/bets. Get your promo. There's literally free money sitting there, up to $2,500 with BetUS, up to $1,000 with BetOnline. And honestly, my recommendation, and I do this, is I bet with all of them. Depending on what I'm doing, I'll find the better odds on one site versus the other. I'll do a parlay here, but I'll do the crazy prop bets here. I spread my money out, and there's no reason. There's no loyalty bonus. You don't need to stick with one book. So get your free money across 2 or 3 of them, and then compare the odds, choose your spots. I got Norma Dumont at plus 108. Bounce around. You might get her at plus 125 somewhere else. But anyway, grab the free money, wewantpicks.com/bets, and I'll see you tomorrow for our pre-fight live show.